Hey guys, I'm so excited to have you joining me today. In today's class, we're talking about one doTERRA product. That's it. And it's my favorite doTERRA product, and I actually got started on it because I received it for free. So I think that's pretty exciting, and I wanted to go ahead and let you guys know about what my experience has been, and then hopefully I have a friend who's going to be able to jump on and share some of her experience. So the product we're going to talk about today is the Lifelong Vitality Pack, and I love it. So I'm going to go ahead and try to invite a friend on because she just has a really great experience because she shared it. So I'm going to go see if we can bring on Nikki. Hey, it looks like it worked. Hey!
Hi.
It worked! I'm so excited.
Go figure, huh?
So this is my friend Nikki, and
Hello.
she's a registered nurse, and she is passionate about helping people, obviously, if the job doesn't tell you. And she's actually on maternity leave right now with her fourth baby boy. Super busy. So grateful she's jumping on. But she actually has a really awesome story. So for starters, she shared oils with her mom. And so your dad's, let's talk about your dad's first oil experience was using which product?
He used Deep Blue.
Okay. And so it was for him, he was specifically using it for
His neck pain. Mm-hmm. Yep.
We do not diagnose, treat, or cure. We are just sharing somebody's story, their own experience with oils in the product. So he was having neck pain, and specifically his diagnosis for his neck is
cervical spondylosis.
okay.
It's like a narrowing of his spine, and it was causing nerve pain to go down his neck. And he's a third shifter. He works on his feet all night, and it was really bothering him.
Okay. And so he was taking your standard, like he was doing a standard protocol with pain meds, right? Or like
yeah, he was actually he had seen an orthopedic doctor, and he recommended him using Aleve. And Aleve is an NSAID, which is like a non-steroidal anti-inflammatory drug, and if you take it for a long time, it can cause problems in your GI tract. It's really tough on your stomach, can cause ulcers. Well, lo and behold, my dad ended up getting 2 gastric ulcers from it, so he had to stop taking it.
So now he's in pain, and he can't take that. So, skeptics and people who aren't ready to think, because it's a hard time. It's hard to imagine how these can work. Until you've experienced them, it's kind of crazy. Because that's how I felt. So your mom used the Deep Blue on his neck, correct?
Mm-hmm. Yep. And the first time he used it, he said it really helped. It lasted, I don't know, from about 9:30, 10 o'clock at night to about 3 in the morning. So he was happy. I mean, he wasn't completely out of pain. It was totally tolerable, though. And it did make it a little easier for him to work with that pain just by rubbing that on his neck. So, I mean, it lasted him a good about 6 hours, he had said.
That's like awesome. So then what happened next is what happens to everyone who starts with oils. Nikki's mom started with oils with the original. She started with an enrollment kit, maybe dabbled here or there, and then just kept ordering more and trying different products. And so your mom, why did she, so she decided to start the Lifelong Vitality Pack. They're supplements, and we'll talk about them later. That's what the class is about. But why did she decide to start with the supplements?
Well, she was actually originally going to try them for herself. And so we were talking about it, and I actually happened to have an extra one laying around from my enrollment kit when I joined. So I was like, why don't you, I didn't use it yet. So I was like, why don't you just take this, try it, and see if it helps. She ended up, and I told her, it would help for like pretty much though your overall health, any issues with inflammation, that kind of thing. And she's like, well, why don't I try to give it to your dad? And I was like, that's a great idea. And she did, and it was crazy. Like, he called me personally, and my dad, like I say, was a huge skeptic of the whole thing. He was kind of like not even wanting my mom to spend the money on the oils. And so He called me about a week after he started using it, and he said his pain was completely gone. And so if he does forget to take them for a couple days, because my dad's known for all that too, like he'll just let it lapse. He said the pain actually comes back, and he can tell like a couple days after not taking them that he's like, I bet you I forgot to take my pills. And he did. So my mom continuously orders that stuff every month on her LRP for him. And she's actually kind of sad because she wants to take it herself. And she's like, I can't do 2 lifelong vitality packs if I want other oils. And like, so it's really funny, actually. So it's hilarious. So,
when
yeah.
Ross, he needed to be on the lifelong vitality pack, I was like, oh, but now you're eating up my
it's taking up your oil space, right? Yeah. Yep. So it works, and he really likes it. And so, I mean, coming from my dad, who's a skeptic of the whole thing, to tell me that it actually worked, like it was really rewarding to know that I introduced them to that product. So yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
For coming on to share that.
You're welcome.
The longer that I share this product, or doTERRA, the more crazy stories I hear. But the lifelong vitality pack is, I think, the one I hear the most amazing about.
Definitely worth trying. You get your money back if it doesn't work. 30-day guarantee.
That is true. If you don't like feel less pain, younger, better in 30 days, you get your money.
Mm-hmm.
So, and this month, if you get started within oils, you can earn a free lifelong vitality pack, which is why I thought this would be a great time to kind of talk about it.
Yep.
Do you have anything else you wanted to add? I know you have a sleeping baby by you that will.
I do. I'm like keeping my fingers crossed he's still sleeping in that swing for a little longer, so I can finish sort of trying to decorate my house. But no, this month on my LRP, I'm adding that Mitomax stuff, so I'm excited to try that.
Looking for a post baby.
Yes. A little pick me up, because I don't sleep very much anymore.
I believe it. All right.
Yeah.
All right. I actually know how to let you go.
Yeah, I don't either. I might be stuck on here forever.
I really don't know what to do.
I'll try.
You try hanging up or something.
Okay.
So
talk to you later.
Bye, Nikki.
Bye, guys.
Might just hang out in the corner, or she might just, not sure. But oh, look, there it goes. So I just really wanted to invite her on because, I mean, her dad went from someone who's like literally had ulcers from trying to handle the pain to going pain-free by introducing the Lifelong Vitality Pack. And so for those of you who don't know, it's one of doTERRA's supplement lines, and I personally think it's the best product they make. It's the #1 bestseller, and I actually got started on it for free. And that otherwise I don't believe I would have ever chosen to start supplements. I'm not really that into supplements. It wasn't really a thing I did other than taking my prenatal vitamins when I was pregnant. And so I really only took it because I had it. And I didn't really know what to expect. And at the time I had taken it, I flying back and forth a few times to Utah. I was staying up late, so I wasn't really taking the best care of myself. And typically when I would fly and take on that much, my immune system would go and I would get sick. I would say that I was someone who got colds relatively often, and they seem to have lasted forever. And I'm a mom of 4 kids, for those of you who don't know. So then also, you know, we have a lot of germs cycling through. We have a lot of sickness, so to speak, that would be coming through our house. And so I guess when you live in that, you don't even notice it. But when I started the Lifelong Vitality Pack, despite the fact that I had been flying and traveling and staying up late and not really taking the best care of myself, I had stayed healthy through the whole thing. And the only thing I had changed was I added those supplements in, and I was like, wow, that's really impressive. Well, I started those right at the end of August, those supplements. So at the end of this month, there will be 1 year of being on these supplements. I started with oils September 1st. So So what's incredible is that since starting with oils on September 1st, I've almost been actively using oils and doTERRA supplements in my home for me and my family, cleaning with them, all that. I have not been sick once. So to me, that's incredible. Like what has done to just boost my immune system, to support my overall health. So to be clear, we did get one 24-hour stomach bug. So that happened. But in terms of like sinuses and colds and head junk and flu, and I mean, I've seen my Facebook feed, so I know the stuff was going around, but I didn't get any of it. And so I really, one of the main things I credit for feeling so good is the Lifelong Vitality Pack. And then I raved about it so much, now my husband takes it. So I see if I can go ahead and flip this camera around, because I do actually have it sitting here. Let's see. Oh geez, way to go, Megan. No, there you go. So there is the Lifelong Vitality Pack for those of you who maybe don't know what it looks like. So it's actually 3 different supplements. So you have an essential oil omega complex, and then you have a food nutrient complex, and then you have a cellular vitality complex. So you're supposed to take 4 of each one of these. So it's 12 pills total a day. I actually got a little pill organizer, so I take half in the morning and then half later in the day, and I split it up. So these are the pills, and then we'll just kind of go over real quickly. If I can flip this bad boy around. Not sure if this light makes things better or not, but we'll add it. So the Lifelong Vitality Pack is such a great addition to starting with oils, because it's going to just make you feel better and support your overall health. And then the oils address like all these other things, but like the Lifelong Vitality is the base. Basically, the Lifelong Vitality Pack is like the equivalent of like people who keep a clean house, make their beds, right? It's like the foundation. That's the Lifelong Vitality Pack. It's a great foundation to health for anyone. I actually just saw a really amazing testimonial from a customer who was suffering from fibromyalgia, really anything having to do with inflammation. You're going to want to try the Lifelong Vitality Pack, but every single person can benefit from it. So basically, it's targeted levels of essential nutrients and powerful metabolic factors for optimal health, energy, and longevity. So I'm just going over a little brochure real quickly just to kind of let you guys know. But one of, so the Alpha CRS, which is our purple friend here that I had showed you earlier, that has a lot of like resveratrol and some from the grapes. It has a lot of those kind of like buzzword things that you hear in studies a lot when they're talking about the things, you know, like drink red wine for the resveratrol or that kind of stuff. And one of the main things it does is it reduces oxidative stress. And so and then it can increase your energy at a cellular level. If you remember from our Essential Oils 101 class, oils can penetrate a cell membrane, so they can really affect your health at a cellular level. It's really quite impressive. So then we have the Essential Oil Omega Complex, which basically it is an ultra-pure essential fatty acid and other fat-soluble nutrients that help support heart and circulatory health, brain health, and optimal immune function, among other systemic benefits. And then the third, and so the Alpha CRX, the first one we talked about, that really contains powerful polyphenols that protect cells from free radicals that can damage cellular DNA, mitochondria, and other critical cell structures. And so the third of all of the ones is the food nutrient complex. And so what that does is that one is going to give you help. Oops, sorry. I'm reading the wrong section here. I have to read this, guys, because I'm not a doctor or a scientist, and if I don't read it to you, I will not remember all this. And then the other compound is the microplex, and so that is a balanced formula of essential vitamins and bioavailable minerals carefully formulated to provide optimal levels of key micronutrients that support energy and immune function. And that's really, really important because you want to remember that when you're taking vitamins, if they are not bioavailable, your body can't actually like take them in and take advantage of them. You just kind of pee them out. Just a really expensive way to spend your money. And so it has the balanced blend of vitamins includes antioxidant vitamins A, C, and E, an energy complex of B vitamins, and natural vitamin D3, a whole food and enzyme blend, which can help boost everyday nutrient intake. It has kale, dandelion, broccoli, cabbage, and spinach. And then it has 8 different enzymes added to aid in digestion and help the absorption of the nutrients. So how cool is that, right? Like, it is such a well thought out product, and it is incredible. And so I just wanted to share it with you today because maybe you're like me and you're not somebody who sees taking supplements as like a necessity, and maybe you don't realize how run down you feel or how many colds you're getting or how much time that you're actually spending like kind of feeling crummy. I really invite you to think about starting with the supplements because you're going to find that you're going to feel more energetic. You're going to feel more balanced. That's what happened to me. I told my husband, I think I feel like you always feel, because I would describe him as being like, shh, and me as being like, whoa, with the emotions. And I just started to feel a lot more level. Like, honestly, we fight less since I started with the Lifelong Vitality Pack. Because I really think it just helps balance everything. And my husband actually, I mean, we're 34, and he wanted to get his hair cut, and she had to like keep thinning it out. And she's like, you know, I swear your hair's getting thicker. And he happened to mention that to me. And I was like, it's probably the Lifelong Vitality Pack. Because most people, when they start it, they're finally starting to grow out. Can you see them? These hairs. But like anyone who knows on Lifelong Vitality Pack, all of a sudden they just get all this hair growth along their hairline and look like a crazy orangutan. There's actually a meme with an orangutan and crazy hair, and it's like when you've started LLV. So it's Lifelong Vitality Pack. We refer to it as LLV often. And so if you hear someone talk about it, that's what they're talking about. And so if you maybe don't recognize the need for it, it's so great to get started with it. And the really, really cool thing about the Lifelong Vitality Pack is it's a 30-day guarantee. So if you take it, you know, you order it, you try it, and it does nothing for you, you get your money back. Nothing lost. And so just to like recap, maybe you have been thinking about starting with essential oils. You've watched a lot of classes. You've like seen how they changed my life and how obsessed I am with them. And you're like flirting with this idea, and you're like, I really think I want to try these. Like, you're being pulled. Because that's kind of what happened to me. I kept seeing people talk about oils, and then one day I'm like, yes, I just want to see what this is about. And so if you decide to start with an enrollment kit, or you start with anything starting at 100 points, right? And then you go ahead and you place a 100-point order next month, you will earn a free Vitality Pack. So you get an enrollment kit. You start with the oils. Next month, you can green up your beauty routine or green up your cleaning. And then you'll get a free Vitality Pack, and you'll have like totally green, like you'll have everything you need to be healthy and green and non-toxic and save money. Because pennies really are, or oils are really just pennies per drop. So great time to start. If you're interested or you're a little confused about it, I can go ahead and give you some more information and share a link. But this is one product I am passionate about. I tell everyone about it. My mom is on it. Yes, I'm obsessed with Lifelong Vitality Pack, and I've talked about it a lot on here as well. So I highly recommend you looking into it. And like, I just want people to know, like, I guess I didn't realize you could like not get sick, that you could like feel your best self. I didn't realize how much control I had over how I feel until I started with oils. And so, I mean, even if something as simple as like right now, I'm drinking water with spearmint in it. because spearmint is supposed to be like the gift of speaking and public speech. And like, I felt nervous about coming on here. I always feel nervous about coming on here. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to add some spearmint oil and I'm going to go into this feeling empowered. I'm going to share something I love. And if somebody decides to try it, I bet you I'm going to transform their life. And that's awesome. And so that's what I'm here doing. So if you are interested in learning more about oils or wanting to get started or need to know more about the Lifelong Vitality Pack, just message me anytime and I'll drop some links on here for those of you who kind of want to read up and learn more. So thank you so much for joining me and I'll catch you guys later. Bye.